Good morning. Happy Monday. More importantly, happy Juneteenth, everyone. Yeah, I didn't forget. Although to refresh myself, I will admit, I did look up to see what specifically happened on this day. And, for those of you who don't know, in 1865, the federal government sent down troops to Texas to ensure that all African American slaves would be freed. So, hooray! Slavery was always bad. That is the worst time in American history, and the fact that we have a day to legit celebrate, freedom, that's huge. That is absolutely huge. Some people are probably going to see that we'll probably see this as a federal holiday to, get out and go to school or work or whatever. Oh, believe it or not, some schools are still going on right now. Although this would probably be the last week of school for most. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow would be a lot of people's last day of school. So that's neat. Right, let's get to my low match of kindness. Let's see. My low. To be perfectly honest, I'm trying to get back into working out again. And I got up at 4 this morning, did everything I wanted to do, went back to bed. Basically, I'm just really tired right now. So, yeah, that's my low. If for whatever reason I fall asleep during the video, I apologize. But my high for sure was pretty much this whole weekend. The party that I went to on Saturday night, going to the waterfront on Friday, celebrating Father's Day yesterday. It was just a really great weekend overall. And, this is the kind of weekend that further validates what I've been believing in for the last several months. And that's the fact that 2023 has been a very good year. There's just one thing I gotta do to make it great, but that's something I have to do personally. But I will let you know if I succeed there or not. And, my act of kindness was, obviously I got my father and grandfather cards. I got my father chocolate for a gift. And I helped set up and clean up everything regarding how we all celebrated Father's Day yesterday. It was a really great day, and I'll tell you all about it. So, it was a small get-together, about 6 people. Myself, my parents, and my grandma and grandpa and my cousin who brought them up. And actually, my nephews were there too. But when we were eating dinner, they were either taking their nap or just about to wake up from their nap. And they immediately had to head home just as we were eating dinner. So my mom had taken back, and so my father and I had to clean everything up. So get this. Yesterday was probably the best cheese board my mom's ever made for a party. Because there was a nice brie. Well, first of all, there was some blackberries and some grapes. There was a really good brie. There was this one roasted garlic flavored cheese or whatever that was. That was really good. There was cheddar. There was a port cheddar. Cheddar with port wine in it. It was all good. We had shrimp and cocktail sauce. Every good party's got to have shrimp, right? And I don't know if any of you guys grew up with this either, but whenever we have parties or whatever, my mom wants to get kielbasa. Hillshire Farm, go meat. Hashtag not a sponsor, not an ad, just a fan. And she'll cut up like kielbasa, and she'll put melted cheese over that. And like those are pretty much our hors d'oeuvres. And for dinner, we had corn on the cob, which is just about in season, give or take a little bit. We had baked potatoes with loads of butter, sour cream, and chives. And like this is the first time I legit had chicken breasts from Wegmans. They're like brown sugar, like barbecue marinated chicken breasts. They were really good. Like really good. Chicken was moist, perfectly cooked. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, shout out to Wegmans for both the shrimp and the chicken that we had. And probably several other things that we had as well. So, all in all, yesterday was a really, really good day. You know, it didn't need much. Didn't need a lot of people to celebrate it. Although, for sure, in a couple weeks, we will be celebrating because it's going to be 4th of July weekend in 2 weeks. In fact, yesterday was 2 weeks before my brother and his wife celebrate their 7th wedding anniversary. So we got a lot of important dates coming up, to be sure. What else? Well, there's still no new One Piece manga chapter. We're not going to get another one of those for at least 2 more weeks after today. Because last week was the first week. This would be like the second week. Okay, so maybe 3 weeks? I don't know. Every time One Piece ever says it's off for a month, it's always like more like 5 weeks as opposed to what's supposed to be is 4, but I guess. What would I know? Apparently I'm not that good at math, I guess. Gosh. Man. I mean, I'm never this tired for a video. Okay, that's not so true. I've been tired for videos before, but not like this. What else? Well, I guess there's no point of ignoring this anymore, but I'm coming up on the State of My Being address already. And not only am I coming up on the State of My Being address, but it's going to be day 2000, guys. This is insane. Like, really insane. Is it even real that I made it here already? Well, evidently it must be true because here we are. Well, not yet. So basically, for like the last several weeks, I'm like, okay, day 2000 is coming up, and how am I going to approach that video? And I'll be honest, I have no idea. I mean, I do have some ideas. But you'll probably hear what I ultimately do when the time comes. Not to mention, that video is going to be huge because day 2000 is going to be this Friday. Meaning, I have to talk about this week's episode of Hot Ones. The guest is going to be revealed today. I'll talk about that tomorrow. And provided I see a movie, I'll have to do a movies on it. A movie reactions, for those of you who don't know. I mean, if I do see a movie this Friday, I might go see No Hard Feelings. It's been a good long time since I've seen Jennifer Lawrence in a movie. It's also been a while since I've seen her do anything truly, like, laugh out loud, hysterical, funny. But not in a raunchy way. Like, the last time I saw her in a movie that legit made me laugh hard was American Hustle, which was about 10 years ago. Good God, am I old? So it'll be interesting to see what the Rotten Tomatoes score says. One thing is for sure, though, I do plan on making that a very big video, to be sure. But I don't quite know if it'll be as big as Day 1000 was. Because that video was actually so long, I had to make 2 videos to, to adjust for how long it was. I think altogether it was like an hour and a half. I don't know if I'm going to go quite that long. I do plan on making it a big video, though, to be sure. Because I guess the only real sure way to approach it would be to talk about everything that happened between day 1000 to day 1999, which will be Thursday. The problem is, it's 1,000 days, guys. That's a lot. Like a lot. I mean, obviously there's no way I'm going to be able to pin down absolutely everything that happened. But I could definitely talk about the big things. You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. I think these next several days are going to be dedicated to thinking over, okay, what happened in the last 1,000 days? What is it that is going to happen that makes you think, okay, everything around me just happened right now. What do I do? What happened in the last 1,000 days, which is really worth mentioning, regarding to making it to this significant of a milestone? I have some ideas. I mean, let's be honest. The ideas I have right now are things that happened, recently within the last year and a half. So, in some ways, I got about halfway there. Because, for those who don't know, 1,000 days is just shy of 3 years. Actually, it's about 2 years and maybe 9 months or something. I don't know. It'd be 730 for 2 full years. And so you have 20, yeah, it legit be 2 years and 9 months. So that'll definitely be an interesting thing to do. And again, I mentioned how, I'm so tired I can't even think about anything anymore. Regardless of what I do, though, I do want to make it, special. Because at the end of the day, even though day 2000 is a milestone, it's still the State of My Being address. And the point of those videos would always take some time to go over everything that happened in the last 100 days. In this case, it's going to be 1,000 days. But also, I really do want to elaborate more of how I'm feeling. Because I've said this many a time. Like, yeah, I talked a lot about, like, in this given moment, I'm happy. Or, in this given moment, I'm sad. But I could always do a better job of elaborating on that more. That was what the State of My Being address was designed to do. And while every State of My Being address I've done since the beginning, well, I say the beginning, day 400 was the first time I ever really did a video like that. So having done 15 of those videos, I can definitely tell you that while I am proud of every single one of them, there are a few I could have done maybe a bit better on elaborating how I feel. It's not like anything, of course I talked about how I was feeling, but I could have done a better job elaborating on that. So, definitely for Friday's video, I have quite a few objectives ahead of me. But right now, well, I was gonna say right now I'm just focused on what happened yesterday, and I am. But maybe I could ride that high into feeling motivated for Friday. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I'll do that. I hope y'all liked this video. If you did, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I am very humbled to make this video for all of you guys watching. Enjoy today. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Monday. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. Be sure to celebrate any way you want to. And remember, if any of you guys ever want to talk to channels, you're here to lend you always right back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.